Hello guys, I'm back and we're doing some little bit of work around the base here, as you might have saw in the end of last episode. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm just putting some pats in, even though this doesn't look that good right now. But watch this. If you don't know that reference, um, I'll post it in the description. It's hilarious. Back on with the video. I'm just like, we'll just put in the bare necessities here. And yeah, that's what is happening at the moment. But let me tell you about a little story about turning a full adult, you know. So recently, I just went shopping today and I got some red cooking wine and white cooking wine. And I thought, like, I wasn't allowed to get this before because I was not 21, and it definitely makes a lot of sense. But it also points out like a different moment that I had when I tried to buy this before, because it was in the shelf. There was no labels, there were no warnings at all. I was just allowed to just grab it right off the shelf, and so I did. And I was trying to self-checkout, and this was before I was 21, right? And I was like, not gonna deal with not gonna deal with anything. So someone came up to me, and I took it. They took it away. I gave it to them, but they would have taken it away if once they saw my ID. But now that I am 21, I just walked up to the counter, and this was not self-checkout this time. And the lady just scanned the items and handed it to me. And I was like, didn't even ask for my ID or anything. Did I look 21? Did I look that old? That's what I was wondering in my mind. I was like, did I look that old? Do I look old enough to purchase this? Or is it because that I just casually went and bought it, you know? I was like, the lady was probably gonna be like, well, a minor wouldn't approach me like this, you know. But even though I was old enough, I was still surprised. I was like, do they really not do this to me? And I realized, like, a lot of things are just judged, right? Judged based on your appearance. Because I know for a fact that if I wanted to actually get it in the future, I would probably look way older than I do now. And the thing is about that is like you wouldn't expect to ask my mom or dad to for their ID because they look old enough. So that was the kind of logic that was going through my head. I was like, do I look old? Am I getting old? I am old enough. I didn't think I looked like. I prided myself on looking younger than than I am. But yeah, I might just be aging and growing up in a way that I never expected to. So that also makes me scared because I know what my family looks like, and I'm like, I don't want to go down the path of appearance, so to speak. A lot of my family are pretty large in size, so I'm like, I really should work out. I really should do some other stuff. But here we are playing Minecraft, sitting around, and I think that it should be like I should really just focus on that. Minecraft comes second to a lot of other life stuff, but it is one of the most fun things you will ever experience, in my opinion, in just to relax and play some Minecraft. Now a lot of things have changed around here, as you're probably seeing as I'm moving all around here, but everything seems to be coming together now. Now that I put in these borders, I think things are becoming what I believe they should have been. So we're in the end, and things have changed a little bit. So behind me is a new little tunnel straight to the next thing that I'm about to show. But before there was just another brick staircase here, and yeah. In order to make this tunnel, I had to cut into it. So sorry whoever made it, but there's stairs now, so you can climb up faster than you would have before. You would have had to jump that. But as we go along here, you'll realize that there's a lot of things that I've dug through. I dug through this whole thing. There's a side path here. I don't have enough stone to fill that out right now. And there's another pillar there because they're kind of symmetrical. And I moved the beacon down a little bit. It was like in the way of the path, so I had to move it down. Up here you can just go straight to the surface, or you can split off and go straight to the weather killing chamber, which is a lot more convenient than the last time. I think you had to travel above and then staircase below. As we go along here, it's kind of weird because it's not kind of centered. Like, it's one block off. Like, how come it didn't generate perfectly? But yeah, there's a whole ring around it to travel if anybody wants to refight the dragon, so I don't have to mine these tunnels anymore again. So we go here, and there's a huge hole full of water made of leaves down below. Now I might put something at the bottom here, but right now it's just flowing water. You can swim down it easily. And then we go into the spruce plank, the spruce fence tunnel. Now the reason I did this is because I didn't want to fall off, and I thought spruce planks would look good with this oak leaves. It looked more like a greenhouse feel. So as we're coming along here, I built Nembom's Enderman design. Now there's carpet up to here just because so Enderman doesn't teleport, and there's carpet above here so Enderman don't teleport as well. And this is the new they're pretty loud, aren't they? This is the new Enderman farm that I made, because the other one is pretty slow just because it's not at y = 0, because mob spawning does a whole lot changed a lot since I think 1.12. I think 1.13 added these new spawn mechanics, spawn rules. So a lot more things will spawn at y = 0, and that's why Nembom made his design. And it's pretty simple. You need sweeping edge to really get maximum use out of this farm, because otherwise you would not be killing as many Endermen as I am doing now. And as you can see, my pickaxe is almost healed up. There we go. As you can see, that's fast, right? That's super fast. If anybody wants any ender pearls, it's right there. Not collecting enderman heads, you can do that at the other farm. This is mainly just an XP grinder, and yeah, it's pretty sick. But like, this farm, the hardest part of this farm was not building all this. It was the endermite. Now, how can you say that the endermite is hard? Well, I've got thorns on every part of my armor. So, one hit from that endermite with the thorns effect, it dies instantly. So, I've wasted 10 name tags trying to get one endermite inside one of the mine carts. And it's hard because endermite and every other mob in the game avoids rails, so I had to drop the endermite onto the mine cart instead of having it try to get into it. And I gotta say, that was really the most frustrating part of this whole experience. Now, it's all up and running, it's all good. I was just really this was a build just because I was spending way too long preparing one of my tools, and it was just built real quickly. And here we go. I might make just a little small staircase here so that you can get up to the end portal relatively faster than before, but as this is actually kind of blocking it as well. I could do the same thing here, you know, that I did from the entrance obsidian, So yeah. So things have most definitely changed around here as we're going to fly about. I've been harvesting a lot of trees. I just need their tree type covers and stuff like that. So as you can see, I've moved the animals away so that I can make a road here. And I don't think I showed this off, but this is going to be like a Japanese style street, and it's all just a facade for blocking off all the crops dropping off. And most likely it's due to this, because as you can see, there's always something on the roads here. And oh, there's nothing on the bamboo, but they get stuck there, so it doesn't really matter. It's only just to block off their spillage. Now, as you can see here, this is basically a finished one. It could do with a little bit more detail, but as you can see behind, it's actually just a flat wall here, filled with glass panes or glass blocks if I don't have anything else to cover it. But yeah, everything's changed. There's roads everywhere. We might keep it as stone, smooth stone blocks, but it's not set in stone. It's not set in stone if it's gonna stay smooth stone. A lot of things have moved, like this enchantment table has moved. There used to be a little thing that goes down to the little packed ice pathway that I had, but now it's just these honey blocks. Now these honey blocks can stop your fall. You can just fall into this water, but this is the fun part, because since you can clip into the side of honey blocks, bubble streams can actually be used on the other side. So this one is a magma block stream, and you can just fly up because honey blocks stop. Honey blocks really prevent this stream from working well. So if I didn't show this before, all you do is run across here, and you get straight over to the slime farm without having to use the portal. And I thought it was a cool thing. But now that we have the underground section, I might have to move this. This might actually be here still. Actually, why would I have to move it? I don't remember. Maybe I'll just create a little hole or a little get in section on the side that connects straight to the hub. But yeah, this is how we get up and down. It's relatively safe unless you fall on the ladder, which is the worst part about it. So yeah, we go up here. Things have moved slightly again, just to accommodate for the new room that I put everything in. Sorry for the noise in the background. I think I didn't notice it because it happens all the time. My fire alarm is out of batteries, so that means I have to go buy some, but they're so expensive. Like 11 to 18 bucks for two 9-volt batteries. That's insane. And I don't want to ship it over mail because it's kind of I feel like it's a bit dangerous with everyone throwing packages and everything to get your items across. But everything's changed out here, like I keep saying. Everything has changed. Got new flooring that matches the above ground. Everything's all surrounded by stone brick. Some of these item filters have moved a little bit. I'll move these berry bushes later. But this is basically the main hub of everything right now. And this is the item collection system. There's tons of chests everywhere where you can just put some items and then it will just go through the system. Now, go through the system, go up there, and you'll see it spectacularly get up and into the chests over here. And the extra chest has been expanded upon greatly. Oh boy, that's a lot of extra chests, right? And it's almost full. I might need an endstone collection system, but I don't believe that I'll be mining that much endstone, so it's still up in the air. I got this little water stream for the collection system over here for the crops, because anything that falls in here is definitely not going to be a crop. So I just connected straight into the main storage system there. This also goes down, anything that falls in here, which is unlikely because it's kind of like trapped inside the honey containment unit, but things do fall in it sometimes. especially when I had chickens roaming around. And this is the main hub. I removed a lot of the chests down below, and I just have 3 double chests of storage right now, and everything, every row just gets funneled into this composter. Now, the great thing about this design system is that if this fills up, if this can't be used anymore, right? That means I'll have excess roses, and I'll have a full chest full of bone meal, but that would take a long time. So that's why I don't really have a use for roses, so this is it. And here's the new part. This wool farm. Now, it took a while to get all these sheep inside these pens, just because I didn't have enough. So it all just went downhill at the very end. I had to fit 2 per cell and stuff like that. And this is basically a modified version of Mango's automatic sheep farm design. I put the leads there just because I was dragging them so that they were closer to the dispenser and stuff like that. But I think they have a larger range than that one block in front of them. So I was probably worried for nothing. We got the way that grass grows, right? Grass grows a lot more faster if it has these blocks next to it, which can grow up into this block, and these blocks which can go down into this block, and these blocks which can also grow down into those blocks. So there's a lot more chances for grass to grow, and for grass to grow, that means the sheep can get their wool back real fast. And the shearing system behind is pretty simple. It's, as I said, it's modified, so we still get access to the dispensers. We just send a power into this block, and this thing pulses quite frequently, and I might just have to shorten that timer, but this is the same for everything here. The timer that we use is actually from Nembomb's mob grinder. You gotta use all the tools you need, all the tools you have. Instead of running into a dispenser detecting an observer, I'm just using the observer, just basically. But a dispenser would be better, since anything that changes here will not be detected here. So if I accidentally change this, it wouldn't affect the observer, which wouldn't affect the how many times this thing pulses. But I just put 9 shears in every one of them, and once they're all gone, I'd say that's a well done farm, because I really do not need more wool. As you can see here, I am full of wool. So this is the on and off switch for the timer, and this is the on and off switch for if the minecart is here collecting, distributing its items. See? And the reason we have only one minecart here and we have this running all the time is because when this clock goes off, a number of wool can be distributed, and there's 16 wool types, and the minecart hopper can only fit 5 types. So it just keeps working. And as you saw when I was walking all over there, they were all getting their wool sheared. Everyone was basically sheared. Only when they're not sheared is when they eat the grass. And this is just a flower farm. So this turns on the farm. This sends a signal right up to this, which does the automatic clock thing. I have these stone stairs so that I can access the dispensers and still have a flat wall there, so that it doesn't get stuck on hoppers. That's what I had before. And the minecart hopper just goes down the small little line here, and basically when I turn it on, it also goes into this this piston. Obviously this could be a lot better, but I just this powers on the minecart rail so that I'm able to use this non-frequently, because I know this is not going to be on all the time, right? I don't really need this much flowers, so I just turn it off so that it's not running. And this is out of bone meal in the first place. I did this for a first test. Each dispenser had like 3 stacks of bone meal, and it went wild. Now I really don't need any of this, because I think they give you 2 dye each, and I don't think I wouldn't ever need like 6 stacks of of yellow dye here. So this is basically it. Let me show a little bit more. This goes to the villager breeding cell. See, it's still running, it's still running, it's still running fine. This is just where all the potatoes go to. It goes into the system over there. Got some llamas. I might actually bring the llamas up into that empty pen where the sheep were. The sheep stayed. Do some more lighting up. I had a creeper blow up there. It was easy to fix because it didn't do that much damage, but it kind of it was a pain to actually get all the sheep back because it actually exploded the sheep pen as well. Got the pandas here. Now these pandas are not the one that you saw in the Woodland Mansion video. These pandas were actually grabbed from Miu's base. She lent me some pandas, and it's all surrounded by bamboo because they need bamboo to breed. But the problem with bamboo is that it's hard to get through them. So even if you want to breed them, but the reason I use bamboo is because it's hard to get through them. The pandas won't actually escape because they actually sneeze. I think only the Stanos one sneezes, but maybe not. So they actually rise above the fence gates sometimes, and I think this is a pretty good makeshift solution. It looks like an actual natural pen and stuff like that. Over here, we just have this pillar putting the spruce trees, the 2x2 up there, because they produce podzol, and I don't really want podzol anywhere. So I'm just putting it up there, and so it's away from every other grass. Now here is a project that I will be sharing, maybe next episode or something like that. Okay. I grew all the trees around here. These will be the ore pods where I store mass amounts of ore that I've collected, but I haven't gone mining or caving in a whole long time, so this project is pretty dull at the moment. I was planning to do a little skyscraper thing here, but I accidentally cut a path through it, so it would look kind of weird if I did it. And plus I'd have to build it all up out of non-iron golem spawnable blocks, which is basically just glass. Anything that mobs don't normally spawn on. I'm planning to do a chorus fruit farm sometime. I don't know when, and I don't know how. Things are not set in stone. We get down here. This is the main storage, right? Like, all the items will actually filter down below here, and I just can grab it anytime I want down here. But yeah, let me show off this bridge again. I think I might have done it, maybe not. But as we go down here, as you can see, it's pretty fancy. I actually meant it to be a plank once, it would be like a plank that that these sailors would get off on. But it's kind of weird because I don't think they make planks like this long, so I just decided to convert it into like a bridge type. We go down here, there's a hidden wooden button, not really hidden, and it just leads up into the underground here, so that I don't have to like go under one of the scaffolding sites or just fly in through this hallway here. And all this was dug without efficiency 5 haste 2. I have efficiency 5 but not haste 2. So that is one thing to consider. Oh, did I miss a... Yeah, that's weird. I missed some glowstone. Right here. That is funky. I wonder what happened there. Oh, maybe it's because I added the end blocks. See, this used to be like No. I just missed it there. That's strange. Because it used to be without these blocks on the side, but I just decided to put them in. And I might need to put them in here as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. I didn't really show that much of the work. I just did what I just wanted to finish projects, and that's basically how I'm doing it. I could actually replace that one with grass as well, but Yeah, we have 2 white sheep farms just because usually banners are used for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Have a good day, good night, good life, and bye. Woohoo!